Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with a reading. Today we have your own reading, Capricorn. And we're shooting here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Capricorn. So, we're sitting in 100-degree heat. The light is kind of dim here, so I don't melt to death, right? I hope you guys are all well. And I have the cards here. Today we're doing a little bit of it's a different setup today. It's more informal, right? You could tell if you're looking at the reading itself. But the cards are here. And looking at your reading, very cool in this reading. And interestingly enough, in the heart of the matter is happiness. And so somebody here brings you a lot of joy, but I don't feel like you're either with them or you're trying to transit or transition, I should say, possibly. And so like into either the next level of a union with this person, maybe you're with them and you're trying to kind of like reach higher heights, right? Like Steve Winwood used to sing, bring me a higher love, right? Which is kind of what you want here. So in the heart of the matter is happiness and transition. And we see you, Capricorn. We see you in your little boat. It looks kind of like a Viking boat a little bit. Well, it's too small, right? They didn't have anything small in those days. No, because the Vikings were, probably all 6 feet tall, right? But here you are, and the front of your boat has a swan on it, like, you're going to find the love of your life here. Yeah. And then the moon is in the back here. It's very cool, right? But here you are. This is the 10 of vessels, also known as the 10 of cups. This person brings you much happiness. It's possible here you are doing this, you are transitioning with this person for some. But this is definitely about the process. Yeah, and your feelings about it. I feel like you're really focused on this. And this could be somebody else's energy. It could be, right? And this could be your person's energy. It sure could be. This is about, in my opinion, most likely two people who want to be together. One person looks like they're probably wishing harder than the other person, maybe. Or like differently. Like one person could be going, well, I really want this to happen. This could be you. And the other person, possibly somebody in this reading, one of you guys wants to like exile, like exit stage 1 or exit the side door, right? You might want to like leave a haunted house and get out of, what do you call it? The secret passage, right? Be careful what door you open. This could be one of these situations where somebody opened the wrong door and now they're in the wrong place with somebody. It's possible. Because whoever this reading is for, Capricorn, one of you wants to exit. We have Leslie Marmon Silko. Yeah, Leslie wanted to use all these names. That's her prerogative, right? It's her prerogative. Let her do what she wants to do, right? So here's Leslie, and she has her cat here, her black cat. So she's trusting her intuition. This is like an exile. Like, I want to leave wherever I work. I want to leave maybe some kind of really dysfunctional relationship or family matter. The community usually talks about a group of people, and this could be a family for some. Like somebody's they're married to somebody or they're in a relationship with somebody that, in their heart, this is not working out. Yeah. And so whoever is doing the wishing of kind of leaving the club, right, or the cult, right? And I call a bad relationship a cult because you're still there and you're making a sacrifice, right? But whoever wants to exit, is wishing that way to exit. And then the other person is kind of wishing that person would make the exit. Yeah, here, I'll open the door for you, just, And so we see the man jumping out here. This is the tower. They call this the blasted oak, right? And so, because this is the Wildwood Tarot, right? And we get a different perspective. Yeah, we do. That's why I like this deck too, because all the decks offer it's always the same meaning in the end, but with a little different kind of a twist to the storyline. A little bit, yeah. A little different perspective. And so here we have, this is what you want, Capricorn, or what you both want. You might, for some of you guys, you are wanting this from afar. Yeah, you're not with them. That's why they're showing the 6 of Swords or the 6 of Arrows. This is a transition. And here she is, or he, it looks like it's a woman here. And right, making the trip, trying to transition, I beg your pardon, into something smooth. Yeah, that's what somebody wants. And the spider is here. This is planning. So somebody could really be planning this. Yeah, this is a trippy reading because, as I said, with the transition card, somebody might be in transition in their heart or actually in transition, right? This is what's going to be a little different for all of you guys. Somebody actually is in this boat, and somebody wants to get on the boat and jump out of the blasted oak, right? And this blasted oak coming into play or unfolding, it could be the next step. You see, it doesn't have to unfold tonight, tomorrow. No, because somebody has to make some type of an exit. And here's Leslie happy. And the black cat is at the bottom of the path here, almost like she's driving down here, and she's trusting her intuition because from her necklace is kind of like this road, but it's not, it's more of a road of psychism or a road of trusting your intuition. Let me walk down that road, and here's the black cat like helping her, or her intuition is kind of dripping down toward him, kind of like that. But the cat could be, sending that intuition to her, right? And kind of pushing it up into her kind of necklace or her amulet. It's more like an amulet, right? Or yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, it's not gold, it's not silver, it's some type of And there is, interesting in this reading, whoever wants to really exit the club or exit some type of a situation here, or both of you guys are kind of very like vulnerable or fragile, kind of. Yeah. Somebody, because we have healing here too. And here's the snail, can talk about fragility. And this is the Seven of Swords, interestingly enough, in this deck. This is healing. And this is off to the side that we usually think of as the past, or can be part of the past. Yeah. And it's very possible here, Capricorn, that some healing has to be done before the happiness can take place, which is the Ten of Cups, and the transition will begin, right? First, the transition has to be made. Yeah. Yeah. So let's have a look at this healing over here, which is to the side. The guy's meditating, right? This is the green man. And he's kind of like, he's a little bit like the hooded man or the hermit he is. He's kind of like the version, he can be seen as the Hierophant. He can, because it's healing, it's spiritual healing. And then here's the man lying down in front of him, and he's trying to heal him, right? With some type of a ritual, right? Yeah. I hope Capricorn will come to me. I hope Capricorn will heal, something like that. And this healing person, whoever's healing here, is, for me, it could be either. It could be both. It could be both of you. But it's very clear here. We start the reading with this Ten of Cups, which is so beautiful. And we see the Ten of Vessels. And all these cups are kind of being filled here from this waterfall. Yeah, it's really beautiful. This is out in the middle of the enchanted forest, basically. Let's have a look at the healing, which is the Seven of Swords. It's usually about sneakiness, right? But in this deck, it's about healing. Insecurity. OMG. That's what they're called. No, this is the wrong one. What? Oh, this is the Seven of Pentacles. I beg your pardon. Yeah, it is, you guys. This is the Seven of Stones. Let's see what they have to say, which talks about healing right here. And one of the deepest stages of healing and recovery after any emotional trauma or physical injury is forgiveness. Wow. So somebody wants forgiveness here. Yeah. I feel like they do. And this is why whoever wants forgiveness is the person who feels most fragile or vulnerable right here. Yeah. If the healing is from a relationship issue, we often hold on to the pain, mistakenly believing that it keeps us close to the source of that pain. Yeah, sometimes we hold on to the pain just to kind of be close to like the feeling about that person. or we just feel like we're closer to the relationship, but we're just closer to the pain, kind of, right? It's kind of like if you have a bad memory about something and you actually don't want to forget it, kind of, because it brings you some type of comfort, or it brings you some type of like familiarity, right? Yeah. That's why some people think, they sometimes they'll stay in a relationship simply because it's familiar. They don't have to deal with the unknown, and it does bring them some source of comfort or stability, kind of, because it's still uh, it's still there for you, and it's some type of continuity. That's what they are kind of implying here. So let's see. Sometimes we hang on to a sense of loss, loneliness, and betrayal associated with the failure of the relationship. Yeah, sometimes we can identify with something that has happened to us, something bad or sad in a relationship. We just hang on to the sense of like the negative part. Regret can also be associated with these feelings as one questions one's own motives and actions. Yet, if you have acted with integrity and sincerity, there is no need for regret. So somebody might have regret here because they think they need forgiveness here, or they want forgiveness. Yeah, somebody has regret in this reading. Not sure if they need yeah, somebody does. I feel like they do. And that could be this fragile person here with the snail. Could be either or. I feel like somebody here is in some, like I said, they want to exit the club of the gloomy relationship, the maybe controlling relationship, a job they don't like, they're not working with their tribe. Could be one of those. Yeah, this doesn't always have to be about a relationship like a romantic one. I mean, for most it is, but sometimes, when we go to work, we have relationships with people at work. Sometimes not good ones, because these people are, they're basically wounded themselves, or they are confused about what it is to be, a good coworker, or right? Yeah, and right now we see in our world here, they're trying to divide and conquer us. That's what they're trying to do. So they created this whole politically incorrect thing. So pretty soon you get offended by me by the tiniest things, and then we are divided. Yeah. So we don't go for that over here, and I hope people are waking up to that, because that's been going on for years and years. It has, and it's gotten quite worse here. Now they are, they're coming out saying they want to help people. No, they want to divide. They're just trying to appeal to one side. That's it. So let's get back to this, because in this reading there's some type of lack of maybe relationship skills, or there's a little bit of wisdom that needs to be gained here. Yeah, we're not going to say it's been lost, but because it really needs to be gained. And it's like, I feel like there's two understandings, between these two people in this reading. There is an understanding, but somebody is gaining, I feel like they are gaining, but there still needs to be some wisdom gained here. Yeah, and I'm not going to say that all is lost here. No, heck no, because this is very although there's some pain here, there's still there's learning. Somebody is transforming in their life. Yeah, they are. We have transformation with Yumiko, right? And Yumiko always cracks me up, and she wrote these kind of sci-fi kind of books. She did. She's a Japanese American woman, Yumiko Kurahashi. I think she was Japanese American. Maybe she lived in Japan. I don't know. It doesn't matter. She was a brilliant writer. And she's showing some type of crystal ball here. And then there's a big hand coming out. It's kind of creepy, but this can talk about role playing. Like, I need to know how to step into a new role. I need to transform my life. I need change. And this blasted oak can talks about sometimes if you don't make the change yourself, that the universe will do it for you. The universe will kick you out of the tree, or break the branch off and blow it up. And this blasted oak, it's like lightning hit this tree, and this man was, hiding or being protected in the tree, but it's here it is being blown off here, exploded, or the lightning here is, has has made the tree catch fire, and he's being blasted out of the oak. And what we have here, Capricorn, this is unfolding. I believe this will happen for whomever this is for. I'm not sure the timeline on this, because healing is a process. Yeah, you don't just go, well, I'm going to heal tonight, and I'm going to wake up, and let me just snap, and let me call the genie over here. Genie, I'm at your command. Well, I need you to heal me. And then the genie's going to go, well, you need some wisdom first, because healing's a process. I can't just snap my fingers and heal you, all right? Yeah, this isn't, a cold, or, this isn't something that you can get a headache. Here, take this natural relaxant. Take valerian, and your headache will go away. No, it's not about that. And we see transition here, and transition it's not an overnight process either, right? It's a process of transiting, right? Yeah, trans means to change, just like we have transformation. And, this is a process of change. That's why he's still in the middle of the ocean here, right? Here he is. Maybe he's on a lakeside, I'm not sure, but in a lake. But, this is a process. Yeah. I mean, Capricorn, I could say in this reading that these are just your wishes, that you want somebody to exit something that's really unhappy. But when we have down here the seer, the high priestess, the stag, who is the emperor, I believe. He is. He's like the emperor of the forest here, and they're showing this great elk. I think he's an elk, or some, I don't know all the differences between the antelopes and the deer. No, I don't. You guys, my bad, right? But he's holding like this symbol, like a shield. It's a tree of life here, right? Right on the shield, he has his axe. I love this two-sided axe. Like, don't mess with me, because, whoever I hit you, you're going to get hit, right? And here it's showing up with the tower. And as I said, this is a huge change, and the universe is going to step in and remove somebody from a situation they're in. And this is really beautiful, because somebody here, I don't think it's the healing person. I feel like there's somebody here very wise, and there's somebody who is gaining wisdom. The wise person says, well, you don't want to change. You don't want to make a change in your life. Well, I'll do it for you. And I'm going to, here comes the lightning on the tree. And the universe is going to like zap you out of your unhappiness, basically going to heal you here. And it's interesting how we have healing right over here, and here's transition, and they are almost together, right? The Seven of Stones or the Seven of Pentacles, they're almost together, and the happiness is in between. So we need a transition to get to the healing, I believe. But the universe is going to step in. This is what I like about this reading, right? Some people, too, they want to stay wherever they're at, and, they keep staying, and they can't, wherever it is, a job, where they live, whatever, a relationship, and they keep staying there hoping that, they're going to get joy or happiness, or they're going to have success. And the universe keeps showing them something else, and pretty soon they go, yeah, this isn't where I'm supposed to be anymore, right? Sometimes we have to have endings in our life. That's just how it is. In order to transform and have something new, so we can grow and learn and keep going on our path, right? And our path in the tarot is the major arcana. So you can reach the world, which is basically your wish fulfillment, and you have learned along the way. You might have suffered, because every life has suffering in it. It does, right? We have, and over here, Capricorn, could be what you are hoping for. We have the Five of Stones, and this is endurance. And the little girl here, she's not a little girl. She's a woman. They just got her looking a little small. She's sitting here, right? And she's, she has this fire going, a campfire, and she's burning this, she's burning this kind of rod or just this little branch here. But this is endurance, and this is what you are hoping. You're hoping this is going to last, and so you can, this is going to or somebody's going to protect this, possibly. And then eventually you will, and this Knight of Vessels is Knight of Cups here, the eel. You're hoping that this person, or that this will last long enough to continue through this transition. I feel like somebody is going through a transformative transition here. And if they don't want to do it, it's going to be done for them. Yeah, it's almost like, like you tell your kid kind of, well, you didn't want to do your homework, so now, for 3 months now, and here's your D or your F, right, in your class. So, you didn't do it, so now the teacher did it for you, kind of thing, or the universe did it, kind of, right? It's a little bit of a cause and effect type. Let's see what they say here about this Knight of Vessels, which is showing up here. He is also known as the Knight of Cups. He is. The vessels are the cups here. And the eel is a wise protector. According to Irish myth, certain eels could turn into weapons when wielded by a warrior. Yeah, you want this person, whoever they are, to be like a warrior and fight for this and protect it. And this is what you could be like, the endurance card with it. You could be wanting this person to protect it, but you could be expecting if their love will last long enough, or if this is a job. Looks kind of deep for a job, but it could be, right? Because we need those to survive, right? But saying here that you could be hoping that maybe for you, maybe if this is what you wanting to kind of exit a job, that kind of maybe your own endurance can last long enough where basically you're going to protect your own life, or your own transition, your own transformation, something like that. But definitely here, you want this to be protected, and you're hoping it's going to last long enough to kind of transit out of something unhappy, I believe. Yeah. The eel swims where weeds and cresses drift, which is really interesting, right? Where it's kind of like there's not all water, kind of weedy. With purity of intent, your destiny defined, you're able to bring wisdom and maturity to your tasks. See, this is what you are expecting. You're expecting maybe if somebody's love will last for you. Could be switched in the reading, but you're expecting if somebody's love will last, that they will protect it eventually, because they're still going to be loving you, right? And so if they're still loving you, they are more apt to protect this. Yeah, and this is what this is what you want, and this could be what you are expecting if this love should live on. Yeah. And embarking on a quest of personal revelation, your vision leads you onward. Yeah, you're hoping this person is going to be on this quest of to know about themselves, to understand themselves. It's a really deep reading. It was a deep deck, right? But that's what you're kind of hoping for or expecting if things go right, kind of. And if this person will wake up, grow up, man up, get some maturity. It doesn't always have to be grow up. It doesn't always have to be. But, with wisdom gained, definitely this is maturity. And they were talking about maturity, right? No digs on immaturity, because we try to be immature here on this channel. Yeah, we do. Just to have fun, right? We see the rest card here. This could be what's going to happen here as an event. This could be a hopeful reading where this is what you are hoping. And this could be somebody planning here to come forward. And they could also be hoping here that if you are still loving them, that this will be protected, right? Yeah, as long as there is still hope and love in a situation, anything can happen here, right? You can hold on to this. This could be a wishful reading or an event taking place, all right? So I'm not sure which one it is, right? But if this is a wish, boy, somebody is really kind of hoping that, or thinking this could happen if somebody's still in love with them. Of course, right? We have the rest card, and this is coming soon. This is the Four of Arrows, and he's resting here, and the arrows are not on him, they're around him, and here we see the butterfly. This is a transformation again taking place. Down here we have the Ten of Pentacles, and this is the home card. This is what they call this. In the Ten of Pentacles, regular, it can be about family, not regular, traditional maybe. Yeah, there's no regular, no. Kind of, we don't want to be regular over here. Good God, no. Let's see here. And let's have a look at the Ten of Stones very briefly, right? The Ten of Stones in this in this particular deck, this talks about the meaning. Let's see, the inner and outer community. We have Leslie Harmon with the community card, right? A community is anything you have you have goals in common with, typically. The same values. This is why we join clubs, right? We want to protect the kids. We go join this club or something like that, right? Or we want to help the vets, so we join the club, right? Yeah, support your vets, guys, because they were risking their life for you. And they're teaching our young people not to protect, not to care about these vets. And a lot of them have lost limbs. They just made a rule against the vets, something about their health care, against them. These are the people we have. These are Bolsheviks, Jacobins who are in charge. And if you don't know who the Bolsheviks were, you need to look it up. Coming out of communist Russia. Yeah. If you know history, you'll know what they're doing right now. They're trying to remove our republic and our constitution. That's what they're doing. So let's go on here, Capricorn. Yeah, we need to wake up here. We do. And understand what they're doing here. You can't stand up for anything or for yourself or to protect you or your family if you don't know what the enemy's trying to do. Yeah. So let's get back to this here. The inner and outer community that sustains and supports the individual, not necessarily blood family, but the trusted friends, comrades, and lovers who offer security and affection. This is how somebody affects you. Yeah, you think that this is your tribe, this person, Capricorn. Yeah. And you want this, you want them to offer you security here. You want a family, or you want them to become your tribe, or your husband, or your wife, or your significant other. Sounds so stuffy, your significant other, but that's okay, your partner. Everything is harder to say, right? Except the slang, right? That they've made it like that, right? These guys get up and talk and you're like, what did they just say? Yeah, it's all empty words and usually lies, right? Yeah. Let's see, not your person, Capricorn. The traditional concept of home and family has evolved and changed over the last few decades, but certain basic notions remain unchanged. Yeah. And then they start to talk about the traditional nuclear family. It was both guarded and guided by love, respect, and loyalty. As children, we see home as a place of security and caring. As young adults exploring the world, it can be wherever you lay your hat or your guitar case. All right, so this person, you want this protected. And the spark of life, you're seeing this person as your tribe and your vibe, right? We have the Ace of Wands, and they call this the Ace of Bows. And so this is the Ace, the spark of life. This is how you are affecting them, Capricorn. You are their spark of life. You are, because this person lives in a dead, unhappy, somebody here is in an unhappy situation. And they just want to open the window and sneak out at night, right? Just don't do it if you're on the second floor and they have metal garbage cans at the bottom, all right? Because your person will hear you, right? And then they're going to send the Gestapo after you, Capricorn. Or after your person. We have the Hawk, the Knight of Arrows showing up here. This is the Knight of the Knight of Swords. And this is what you're hoping for with the Knight of Arrows. Yeah, the arrows are the bow. The arrows are the swords. Let's see what they have to say here about the Knight of Arrows. They call him the Hawk. And this is also about protection, kind of. And as a person in your life, the Knight of Arrows is a champion who rides to defend and uphold beliefs for himself on behalf of others. Remember, if you don't stand, how's it go? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And that's why people need to understand what's going on. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And they don't want you to stand for anything, really. They want you to fall for anything, and that's what they're doing. They don't want you to stand up for something. This is why they are trying to confuse society here. Yeah, they are. So the Hawk, Capricorn, this is what you want. You want this person to defend this. You want them to ride in like your knight in shining armor, basically, and uphold their beliefs that they love you. You want them to be vigilant as they go through the process, if this is a process, right? As a person in your life, this is a champion who rides to defend, as I said, on your behalf. As an aspect, be vigilant, like be courageous and keep diligent, stay on it, struggling with ideological compliance or revolt. Somebody might be married to somebody here and they're struggling with ideological compliance, right? Interesting here. As an event, a cause that you espouse, like something you just, I believe that a speedy turn event, something that you just do, I believe, right? You just go after it, kind of. A speedy turn of events, a decision that needs to be made. You're hoping a decision will be made here. But you're hoping somebody is going to like protect this and have courage. Yeah, and understand that you're their tribe, you're their vibe, Capricorn. Yeah, you do. In the depths of questions, in the depths of doubt, what do you hold to strongly? You want this person to believe in this, or you're just hoping they do. And I would say at the beginning of the reading, I said I believe that this is about two people who want to be together. I'm pretty sure I said that. Yeah. Yeah, it's really kind of cool here. In your outcome, Capricorn, is the salmon. This is the Queen of Cups. Very beautiful here. Maybe it's a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Wow, this reading's really long. Let's have a look really at the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is a deep deck. And this is the Queen of Cups. Is, as a person in your life, somebody tender-hearted and kind, sensitive and intuitive, right? With a wide romantic streak. She has a psychic or empathic ability that can see into her or your condition. You want this person to be intuitive enough to understand that you're their soulmate. I feel like you want that. As an aspect, proceeding virtuously. Yeah, you want them to proceed with like integrity and see the goodness in this, right? Virtue talks about basically the goodness in something, right? Yeah, you want them to see the goodness in this. Simplicity and devotion. Yeah, you're hoping they're going to be devoted to this. It's interesting how they talk about simplicity, right? This is a very simple thing. I love you and you're in love with me and let's walk together. That's kind of what this is about. And to cherish or pamper. Security, joyfulness, and recovery. Yeah. Being emotionally mature. Yeah, we're going to end this reading, Capricorn. This is very clear here. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to have the extended, we're going to have your person spread. I really want to see it. I really do. And we're going to also show in that spread the dynamic between you two. And the Ace of Wands was how you affect them. You are their spark of life. So we're going to see how they feel, what's unknown about them, and have their whole spread. And they're all super affordable, you guys. I have the link below. Thanks so much for joining me here, coming from the desert over here, literally. And it's pretty hot here, and there is no oasis. No, there's not right now. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.